Hello everyone, good morning. We are back on pushing Caphras again today. I did a little bit of grinding last night. Had quite a good hour. Had like 150 Caphras or 160 Caphras. It was pretty crazy. But I think it was at 300% drop rate, so I guess that kind of makes sense. So we're very nearly under 9,000. I think we'll definitely get there today, which is the plan. If I can find a spot. This looks like a spot. Okay, I guess we're doing this. Sir. Okay. Okay, we're safe. Good morning, Cookie. It's going pretty good. Just getting started today. We're just under 200 Caphras away from 9,000, so making good progress. Let me get rolling here, though. Move this over here. Let me grab a food buff as well. 51 food buffs left after this. So I don't know if it'll be enough to make it, but we should be okay, because I could definitely do Gyphon without a food buff. It's just a bit slower. Good morning, Bunny. No Dragon's Dogma video yesterday. I was just sad. Yeah, I kind of like ran out of the ones that I had put together, but there's more on the horizon. Today is Friday, so it will be an Ironman video, and then starting back up Saturday, there'll be more Dogma. Got a handful more of them put together. Hello, Isla. Good morning. No Chad falling off cliffs or finding stairs. Yeah, I kind of miss Dragon's Dogma, man. I definitely want to jump back in. It's such a good game. I'd like to play more of it. I did a lot of it off stream, though, Bunny, because I was actually sick the week it came out. So we streamed a little bit, and then I took some time off stream, so I don't have, like, all of it. It will end at some point without a conclusion, just so that you're prepared for that. But I definitely would like to jump back in. Hope you're healthy as a Hans now. We're getting there. We're getting there. I've been sick more in the last like month and a half than I have in probably the last decade or so. It's been interesting. But we're okay. We've been okay for a bit, so should be all right. I think we're 100 Caphras away from C8 Uragons, or like 106 Caphras maybe, which will put us at 691, something like that. And then if we can get C9, that'll put us at 693. It's called a fever. Try chamomile tea. It's my go-to drink when sick. Interesting. I'll try to remember that. I almost never get sick though, so I don't like have anything prepared for that stuff. Man, these guys are going down a little bit easy. When I was grinding last night, I didn't have a food buff, so I kind of got used to not having a food buff. But it's quite impactful. The food buff actually is a big deal. It's a lot of damage that you're missing without it. Tongue grab belt, okay. Bad timing for that, but I'll take it. Music feels like world's ending. It's not that bad for me. Like, it's hard to do things, but it's whatever. I just do all the same stuff that I would have done anyway. We have 2 base belts, a duo neck. Getting a pent neck would be so crazy. Be quite helpful. I've actually been thinking about it a little bit, and I don't know if it makes sense to cron the Debo when we get there. I think it makes sense to raw tap it. I don't know. We'll have to do some math, but I don't think it makes sense to cron. Are you petting Archachina? They are, yep. We did go for pen distortion, but it blew up, so bit of a rip. We've also gone for a pen tongue grad belt, which blew up, which is not too bad for an Ironman, I think. I guess we'll have to see when we get there. Because it's like, I think it's like 48 billion silver per click. On Endebo. Or it's going to be for me anyway, which is like, I don't know. We make 400 mil an hour, so 120 hours just for a 1 click. That's a lot of time. What DP did you start Gyphins? Like 350 maybe? You can go pretty early if you understand the mechanics. But if you don't understand the mechanics, you're gonna die, and it doesn't matter what your DP is. But if you take the time to learn the mechanics, you can go pretty early. If that's what you're asking. The main problem really at Gyphins is purple, because purple has like a one-shot. But if you can learn that, you'll be alright. Can you explain the mechanics for me? Probably not in a way that's gonna like completely give you like the perfect grasp on it, but I can try. So I don't know how much you know about Gyfin, but there's these like color mechanics which will give you a buff to the color. So when you first are starting, you won't have that buff. So the mobs are going to be really, really tanky until you kill one. And then it'll give you a buff. But it's red will give you blue, blue will give you purple, purple will give you red. So it's a nice little circle. And you just go to the mob of the color buff that you have, because you'll have a damage boost against them. Now they have a wake up mechanic when they're standing up like that. They have way more DP than normal, so you don't want to do your main damage right away. You want to just throw something at them to wake them up. And for the most part, you can stay behind them. I would say that if they're turning around more than once, you don't have enough AP. But if you can kill them when they only turn around one time, I'll show you on this one. So he's going to turn around now. I'm going to get behind him. And he's going to die before he turns around again. That's a good marker to know that you're going to kill him fast enough. And then you just go in circles. The main problem is the butcher. When the butcher spawns, once you kill the butcher, you get a fourth buff, a yellow buff, that like way juices your damage. But it's also going to activate every single tower at once. So after you kill the butcher, you just sprint to purple, and you nuke purple before he can do his one shot, and you should be okay after that. And that's basically the mechanics. Outside of that, it's just practice. These guys hit very, very hard, but as long as you can avoid their attack, you'll be alright. You are going to have to dodge it every single time, though, or you will die. But they're pretty slow, they're pretty telegraphed. You basically just get behind them. And you're good. 289, 355. You'll definitely have the damage, so you should be okay there, but you're not going to be like 100% perfect, so be sure to take the time to learn the mechanics. Give yourself some slack, you know what I mean? Don't expect to go in and never die, because you're definitely going to die. And just be patient with yourself, right? But you definitely could do it at 355. You just have to be a little bit more attentive to the mechanics than most. All DP does is like afford you the opportunity to mess up mechanics. That's it. But you could grind here with no armors. It's been done. Might set Orcs till 293, 370. It's totally up to you, man. Orcs is like brain dead, so if you like that kind of grind, then there you go. But 370 versus 355 is not going to save you either, right? Like I'm 404 right now, 405, and I will still die if I mess up the mechanics. There is no DP that will save you from having to do the mechanics. Purple will still one-shot me. But it's plenty telegraphed enough and plenty obvious enough that you can get the hang of it. Especially if you do like a frenzy or something. Like I don't run frenzy or anything, because I have to like go make them myself, and it's kind of a pain. But if you have a frenzy, you'll recover HP pretty fast. I give it a shot right now. I'd probably pull your crystals off and expect that you're going to die. But definitely try it. You can do it at your gear if you take the time to learn. But the first tower is always the hardest, because you're gonna do like no damage. It's gonna turn around a lot of times. But just I usually start with blue when I don't have a buff, because it's the easiest one. So you just jump behind them and stuff. But it's up to you, whichever one you think is easier. Back to it. Yep, we're gonna be under 9,000 Caphras today, which would be nice. That guy turned around really fast. Oh yeah, that horse that came through activated it. Great. Lost my first Osman Macalot, dying Gyphon today. Ah, rip. I haven't lost one in a while. Quite a while. We've been alright. That guy didn't turn around. The heck? I was grinding last night, and I was at like red or something, getting ready to activate red, and some guardian ran up and like attacked purple and activated purple in my rotation, so I couldn't activate red. And then he ran away from purple, and yeah, so I was just like standing there like what the heck, because then like once one of them was activated you can't activate another one. So he just activated the wrong one, and I was just standing there on the other side of the room, like, what the heck? It was really weird. I've never had that happen before. I don't know if that's the new strat for people that don't want to lose karma or something. I don't know. Or maybe he just, like, legitimately didn't know what he was doing. Either is possible, I suppose. Getting so close, man. We need, I think 1,400 Caphras, and we'll be 693, and then if the Labresca goes, we'll be 696. It's coming along. And I'll probably do a couple of Kudum levels before we go back to the boots. Because C10 on the boots is going to feel terrible because it's not going to give us a gear score. It's like a good chunk of Caphras for nothing. Well, what are you going to do? Alright, Butcher, so we just keep track of where purple is, and then we rush over to purple when he dies. The Butcher also is the only thing that can knock you down. And he hits very hard, so...
Hello there.
Zexy just followed.
Sexy, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. How are we looking? It's been 20 minutes. We have 35 Caphras. The Caphras have been going crazy, man.
Hello there.
Crystal_Anus just followed.
Crystal Anus, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Interesting name. I could be mispronouncing it, but man. I don't know if they like shadow buffed the Caphra rate or something. I guess my drop rate is just kind of high relative to normal. Hey, don't redneck. That's technically enough to go for Tet if we hit the try. But I'm 0 for 7 on tries right now, I think, so. I guess if the Labresca goes, then Crons will be spent on Tungrad Neck. Because if we can get a Pen Tungrad Neck, then that'll like way cut down on Caphras. But I have a weird feeling that the last thing that we get will be the Labresca. I just feel like it's not going to cooperate. Though the pity system is pretty nice, because I know there's like an upper ceiling of how long it'll take. All on wait. So much body blocking. Are there any Tarkov players in here? I heard there's some drama. Some Tarkov drama. Corporate greed strikes again. Gossip. There is some gossip. Some spicy gossip. So I don't know if it was like when Tarkov released or like a pre-release thing, but they had a pack that you could buy for $150 that promised you access to all future DLC for free. And a lot of people bought it. And now, recently, they released a new pack that costs $250 that has like PvE something or other. Something to do with like either PvE game modes or PvE like maps or mobs or some kind of like rework that they were doing with PvE that cost $250. And they're saying that the people that bought the $150 pack that were promised access to all DLC will not get this DLC, even though they were promised access. And that if they want it, they have to spend $250. And their reason for that is because they claim that it's not DLC, it's quote unquote a feature. So yeah, they're not doing super great over there. Hey Seth, I'm doing pretty good. Just discussing the old Tarkov drama. I've never played Tarkov, but the drama is very interesting. That's BS. It definitely is. And it's like, it's very much just greed. They've probably blown through their budget and they want a higher budget, but to like screw over the people, to like screw over the reason that you got off the ground in the first place doesn't make any sense. Then call everything a feature now and make them pay for it. That's where the drama lies, because technically it is a DLC because it is content that you have to download after you purchase it. So the people that bought the $150 pack should, by all rights, get it for free, as promised. Reminds me so much of Star Citizen. Star Citizen is so interesting to me, but I would never like pay money for ships and stuff. That's like so crazy. I don't know a lot about Star Citizen, but I'm interested in like checking it out just as like a free-to-play player, or like a box cost player. I wouldn't like buy ships or anything, because some of those are crazy expensive, right? Companies' promises are not binding agreements. Yeah, but you know what's a binding agreement? When all the players quit your game because you ripped them off. That's a binding agreement, and now you don't have a game anymore. You know what else is a binding agreement? Chargebacks. So, I don't know. I think it's like a huge mistake to do that. And I think they're going to be biting a bullet here very hard. I think they're going to take a huge hit. And it may cause some major problems for the studio. Hope they get their money back or something. They won't. Why would anyone pay $250 for DLC? Well, it's supposed to be very large and like a total game rework or something. I'm not sure the details. But basically it's like a supporter pack. Kind of like the first one was, right? The $150 one was like a supporter pack, and they got a lot of stuff. That's why they got free access to all future DLCs, supposedly. Just because it's like a support the studio kind of pack. And now they're basically saying, hey, all you guys that bought the supporter pack can just, I guess, get effed and buy another supporter pack. I don't know. A lot of people left Tarkov anyway. There's a pretty big cheater issues in that game. Yeah. Well, now more people are gonna leave. Taking L after L. Yeah. Corvette class ship in Star Citizen is sold for $750. Can't you just like make it in game or buy it in game? So I guess it's like, how much is your time worth as far as in-game time of Star Citizen is concerned?
Hello there. Rackalicious just followed.
Rackalicious, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Tarkov's dead though, right? Not many playing right now. Yeah, but like the entire everything that they're doing, the idea was to like change up the game and revitalize it. And instead, they just did something absolutely stupid.
Samama Rose one just followed.
Samama Rose, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. You guys are going crazy today with follows. The heck? Is the game out, Tarkov? It's been out for a number of years. I don't know about Star Citizen though. I know that you can play it, but I don't know if it's like quote unquote out. It's in like alpha or something, I don't know. How's BDO going? I quit like 2 years ago. Interesting. It's going, man. They've been focusing on some quality of life stuff, but at its core, it's exactly the same game as it always was. Kind of have to make your own fun in it, you know? I have arrived. Hello. Scam Citizens, never coming out anyway. Just keep it in development limbo and keep selling spaceships for 25k. It's too ambitious of a project to ever, like, release. You could probably put every developer in the world on it, and it would still take decades. It's just too big. If anyone interested, Hades 2 open playtest requests. Get your signups in for Hades 2, everyone that's interested. I never played the first one, so probably should. I've heard it's really good. I think it's worth it to buy a new PC for just playing PDO. Current PC I can only get up to 60 FPS while grinding. Is 6 years old. What's wrong with 60? So here's what you're gonna gain, Dead Bear. If you spend like $3,000 or $4,000 on a PC, then you can get up to like 240 FPS while you're grinding, which will give you like an 11% attack speed increase. So it sort of depends on your financial situation, because if you think that like 11% attack speed is worth $3,000 or $4,000, then that's a decision that you have to make. Personally, I don't think it's worth it. I would just keep the PC that you have, because that's realistically all that changes, is you get a very marginal increase in attack speed. But if you don't, anything in between that, anything in between like the $3,000 and $4,000 and nothing is even less of an increase, right? So if you buy a new PC for say $2,000, you're probably going to get like 144 FPS, in which case you're going to see like maybe a 7% attack speed increase, or an 8%. So, like, again, I'm not in a situation where I would say that that's worth it, but it totally depends on your financials, right? And what you value. Check guide from yesterday. Definitely need more gear. They're dying so slowly. What's your AP? Because you should be able to do it. You'll just want to get like back attack crystals instead of crit crystals, stuff like that. Really focus on like back attack damage in your add-ons and stuff as well. Be one game that I'll actually pre-order just because I trust the devs. Yeah, they've been good to you. Wasn't just the attack speed for me, it's also because I can only play on lowest settings. I really enjoy the graphics of the game. So that will add to your value, right? But that's not something that I can give you an answer for because I don't know what your personal value of the dollar is because it's different for everyone. Right? People value things differently. I think if you want to play on high-end graphics and you want to have better FPS, then you should buy a better PC. But it's not like all it's cracked up to be, right? It's not going to be like a completely different experience of the game for you. It is the same game at the end of the day. But then again, it does open up the possibility of other games that take a lot of resources to run, and maybe down the line you'll be interested in those as well. With that said, I did buy a PC specifically for BDO, so I've kind of been in your shoes. I went for one that I could play in high graphics at 60 FPS. It cost like $1,000 at the time. And then I found myself upgrading within a year. And then a couple years after that I upgraded again, so it's really up to you and what you value, right? But like all of my free time is spent on the PC, so for me it kind of made sense to spend a decent bit of money on it since it's like my sole piece of entertainment. Server issues in BDO will be faced irrespective of mouse PC. Yep. I still stutter all the time. Constantly. And they're big stutters. There's some settings that can look decent while not being super demanding. Yeah, but if he's 60 FPS with the lowest, it's gonna take a hit. Putting back attack add-ons, yeah, they're pretty big. And the crystals and stuff, and then you're probably not at the AP cap, so you just want to go ham on that. Frenzy, whole spiel. You should do decent damage. I'm 285 with just a food buff. And some back attack crystals, right? So you should have the damage. Take the awful sharpen filter off the game in upscale. Looks decent when you play on medium. Interesting. Could give that a shot. I've never done the upscale stuff, so I don't know how it works, but maybe that'll look okay for you. Also using it to generate revenue and content is more of an investment to your objectives, but it wasn't, right? I've had my PC for like 4 years and I've never used it to make content. So the like purchase was not for revenue, it was for entertainment specifically. I just happen to be making content now. .3080 Ti FE. It's around $750 on Amazon. Jeez. 3080 Ti, huh? Probably doesn't have a motherboard to run the 30 series cards though. We probably need a full replace. Crazy when it comes to FPS. I usually play them pretty low, so what do I know? Yeah, I mean, like, You can play on higher FPS. I got like the optimization thing, and for the first couple of days, I was getting over 300 FPS in remastered. But it definitely like fades over time. Especially because of like the content creation stuff. So I'm always like adding and changing things to the PC. Or power supply. Yeah, that'd be a big problem too. You have to disable the sharpen filter in the config file for upscale to look alright. Shame. Can't upgrade CPU or GPU. I need a new motherboard and power supply. Yep. That's what I figured. So you're looking at just basically going whole PC. Play most games on 30 FPS because I measure optimization a different way. Objective is for a GPU to run on low percent. And if I'm bad, 30 FPS and it's a skill issue. Sometimes. I could be Bloodborne, Sekiro, and 30. I could be other games too. The problem is that like some games have animation speeds that are tied to FPS. Like BDO, for example. So it's just that your character moves slower. But for single player games like that, I'm sure it doesn't matter. It's just like the way that it would feel. It would feel a little bit sluggish. Glock in my Hyundai got a telescope. Good for him. Good name. For PvP, I go 60. That's still not, like, great. You're attacking more than 10% slower than the guy next to you. You know what I mean? Which is something that they were like, yeah, we're going to fix this. We're going to make it so that animations aren't tied to attack speed, or to FPS. And then they didn't, because they can't figure out how to do that. So... their solution was to lock everybody to 60 FPS, and the number of people that would rage over that is massive. What a name. It's a good name. People should also look for AMD GPUs. Certainly getting better. Yeah. But if you're like spending that kind of money on something, generally speaking, you'd want the best on the market, and AMD is just not there yet. Group PvP on T122 Nord Wars. Just start stuff on cooldown and be reasonably protected. Yeah, that's fair. Definitely fair. Another butcher, holy. Crackdown for butchers. I feel so much safer with the food buff on. It's crazy. Don't argue, higher FPS is good. Yeah. It's just so expensive, man. Like, it's so expensive. It's definitely not, like, worth the cost to go crazy high FPS. Like, Choice's freaking 540 hertz 1080p monitor costs more than my, like, Odyssey G9. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. AMD processor's the best pairing. Good cheaper. Yeah, the processors are really good, especially with like the X3D things. But the graphics cards are not ideal yet. Soon, TM. Lost Ark PvP had a problem like that tied to resolution. People playing fake ultra wide just have more vision. You know, I tried to play Lost Ark in ultra wide because I literally have an ultra wide. Like a mega ultra, as ultra wide as it gets, basically, and never could get it to not have huge black bars, and it looked weird. Anything to get an advantage, though. That's just MMO players. We do be crazy about our advantages.
Zexy just subscribed with...
Heck? Zexy with the Prime? Thanks so much for the Prime, Zexy. Really appreciate that. They're working on hiding that Prime button. Putting it deeper and deeper in the menu. 20 to go for a Tor shoes? You got this, man. You're 80% of the way there. You're basically done. $71 raw Caphras. Pretty good hour. PvP and MMOs in general, just like a for fun activity anyway. Not a lot of people see it that way. A lot of people, I don't know, they put like too much pressure and value on it. PvP is often an afterthought, and PvP games also. Yeah. Good times. Another butcher, holy. Purple. Tell me to stop being lazy, spam chat and go grind. Get your gains in. Get some Caphras. Send them in the mail. I'll put them in my boots and I won't tell nobody. You know. think we're going to be really close to C8 boots after this hour, which is pretty crazy. Maybe we're just getting unlucky for all those hours. The last like 40 hours of grinding, we were just getting unlucky on Caphras. And now it's gonna settle back out with way more Caphras. That'd be good. Imagine. If we can get 100 an hour, then it's only like a 90-hour grind left. That would be ideal, I think. Hello, Nightcore Bunny. Hope you're doing well. I think I should probably take the Valk to Jade Forest, though, instead of Thornwood. I think it'll do alright there. And the daily, and hopefully more Caphras. It's so hard to find fan groups that I don't know if I can, like, consistently be doing that. How's the Ironman going? It's going pretty good. We'll definitely have under 9,000 Caphras to go today. We're close to it now, actually. We're coming up on 100 Caphras already, so another hour will be under 9k. That'd be nice. Chipping away. Started training horses. Just realized there's an event at the moment. Like a XP event. Or like a Imperial Delivery Invoice event. Because I think there was an invoice event that started recently as well. Imperial, yeah. Started getting them on my Ultimate account. Only 4 days left, I see. I had a T8 recently that learned all but 3 of the skills it needed to be a courser, which is a bit unfortunate. It learned Essence and Excel, but it didn't learn Drift, so it's gonna get turned into glue. Could have been the fastest horse I had, but decided not to learn Drift. Bit unfortunate. PA cooks those. They cook the horses? RNG meter is not RNG. Feels off sometimes. Well, I think it's because of the way that we understand how things work. So your level gives you, like, let's say plus 19% chance to learn a skill. That doesn't mean that your chance is whatever the baseline is, plus an additional 19%. So if the baseline was 5, it doesn't mean that it's 24% chance. It means that it's a 19% of 5 additional. So it's like 6%, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of how that works. That's how they do everything. It's pretty rough though. I haven't trained that many T8s though. Only like 5 or 6 maybe. But eventually we'll get a courser. Finally caught you? Hello. We're live. Aren't you always feel off? Yeah. Do be like that. It's like the merch rating saying it's 5%, it's actually more like 3.3. Yeah, relative to what your current chance is, yeah. Proud to say I quit BDO. Hey. Nice. After finishing season. What are you on to now? What has your time now? $28K crons and a 250 stack. No clue what to do with it yet. Seeing as I barely grind to begin with. That sounds like a Debo to me, but the hammers are available, so you'd probably hammer it. And you probably have black stars, so. Microbiology internship. Okay, there you go. Getting some IRL gains. $81 raw Caphras. The heck? Pen Black Star? You already have Pen Black Stars, right? So no sense in going for those unless you don't have them all. Sounds like tapping a bunch of Tet Devos and selling. Are they even worth selling anymore? Are they still like 80, 90 bill? Micro gains. 2? Maybe you should go for the third one. Have a full sweep. This would be a pretty good hour, I think, for Caphras. XR fan was kind of the idea. That's probably what I would do. Get a handful of clicks on it. Don't know if the hammers will stay in the game. To be fair, they definitely won't. A, because they're limited supply, and B, because they leave in like November or something. But I guess is the question is, are you going to grind for a Pandebo and use the hammers before November? Because in either case, I don't think that using crons on it makes sense. Because you should just use the hammers. Dim Hungers also were meant to leave last year, but they decided to make those permanent, right? And they did not decide that yet for the hammer. And even if they did decide to make the hammers permanent, there is literally no supply of them. What we have is what we have, and that's it. So eventually there won't be any. 30 bill sounds better if you can't pen Debo. Therein lies the problem. So all of the like endgame players are buying them for 30 bill and getting very, very cheap pen Debos. And all the new players are basically funneling their money to the endgame players. So the idea, the concept of, hey guys, we're going to release this hammer to help new players, actually backfired on them because it puts endgame players even farther away from new players. That's where we're at with that. Might get more hide a ball or something. We'll have to wait and see. I doubt it, honestly. We'll probably get regular hammers. I don't know if we're going to get more accessory hammers. Not going to grind a pen Debo. Then you have your answer, I guess. Which is to just get your black star. Sold it immediately. Yeah, that's all it's really good for is Debo. And if you're not at the point of Debo or you never plan to go for Debo, then it's pretty pointless for you. Alright, there's our hour. How we looking? 90 raw Caphras, 112 dust. Very good hour. Very good. Let me get a handful of these. I don't think we're quite gonna have enough. 110? No, we should have enough. I don't even remember actually how many it is. Some nutcase in my guild wanted me to use a tongue ratty ring for the lulz. Ugh. Tongue ratty rings. Is this enough? It is enough. This will be C8 Uragons, which puts us at 691 gear score. And like 1200 Caphras to go, and we'll gain 2 gear score from C9. Not bad at all. We jump right into the second hour here. PO bring some other thing, devious cycle. They tend to shoot themselves in the foot a lot with stuff like that. Like with the original hammers, they meant it as like a special occasion kind of thing and only to happen once, and then people just endlessly complained about it for every freaking ball that they did in the future. So now it's a permanent thing. And I feel like that could happen with the accessory hammers, but I don't know. I think if people complained and wanted accessory hammers, they'd be making a mistake. Because the accessory hammers only help endgame players get farther ahead of you. They do not accelerate your progression. As much as you think that the 30 bill is like a huge thing and it way accelerates your progression, those 30 billion silver hammers are worth like 77 bill to the people buying them. So they're just turning money into more money. Now more gears to go. Yep, we're getting there. Because have you gotten on Labresca? 5 so far. So 10 more to go to hit the pity. Cameras are a lot better on a EU server than an A. Not like a lot better. Marginally better. But in either case, they are making endgame players a lot of money. Gets a Vala to me, gets a Vel's heart, he's happy. So he's willing to get like 24 bill after marketplace tax. Therein lies the problem. It's like everyone in this game is so short-sighted. And then they complain after 500 hours that the endgame players are so much farther ahead of them. And it's because of stuff like that. You're just handing endgame players Pendebarekas and giving like chump change to new players in exchange. And people are just happy for it. I don't know, man. If they'd made it non-marketable, it would have been totally fine. Wouldn't have mattered at all. Especially we're going to buy with that 25 bill that's more progression than a Pendebo. Yeah. I mean, like a new player is not going to get a Pendebo with the hammer before they expire. They're just not. But 30 bill is not that much money. It seems like it is in the early stages, but it's like virtually nothing. I've spent, let's see, like 23 bill on Labresca clicks. And I've only had 5 of them, right? Like, money is nothing. And that's as an Ironman that makes like 400 mil an hour. How's the grind? It's going pretty good. We just hit C8 Ergons, so we're 691 gear score. Pretty good. Definitely going to be under 9,000 Caphras today. $30 bills do a Fallen God armor, and that isn't much progression if you think about it. Yeah, it's virtually nothing. But the thing is like, a new player is not going to buy a Fallen God armor with it. They're going to buy, like, 2 Duo Godders, maybe. Or, like, a Pen Crescent or something. Because people aren't, like, extremely knowledgeable, and they don't plan for the future enough to know what, like, a permanent upgrade is going to be. So who really knows what they're going to get with it, but it's not that much. Started the Magnus stuff last night. I must say I do not like it. Yeah, welcome to BDO, man. You have to do it on all characters, or is it a once and done? It's once and done. You can do it on all characters, but you only need to do it once to get full access to it on every character. I think they need to change the gear progression, but they can't. They've really shot themselves in the foot with that. And if they were to change gear progression, they would basically be restarting everyone. So the like tens of thousands of hours that people have put in this game would be absolutely zero. And they'd lose a lot of players over that. So they're kind of stuck with what they have. They're gonna buy a Tet Disto and he's just make their Jatinas. Yeah, maybe. Which is like literally nothing, you know, so. I don't know. Make it more exciting. You're not excited by this? They definitely won't change the way the gear progression works, though. They really can't. They can just keep accelerating the beginning and then keep adding unachievable things at the end. That's all I've got. Yeah, you just gotta chuck through the Magnus. It's definitely worth doing. I know it's a pain, but it's such a huge quality of life thing. Spent last night doing the Land of Morning Light treasure chest hunt stuff. Some of those are so miserable. The whole thing is miserable. That's what they consider content over there at PA. Be more fun to get a cooler armor drop from a boss. That's just not BDO though. Like that's like a World of Warcraft and that kind of stuff, right? BDO has never been that way. I believe red accessories are coming to Strong God weapons eventually, right? That's the next like logical path. Would be red grade accessories. The cool stuff like fire armor or something. We can't even get them to add effects to titles. I don't imagine that they're going to be adding effects to armors. Because it breaks quote-unquote immersion. Almost done? Good. Good. Another tongue grab belt, jeez. Let's just see how hard the new Fallen God of weapons are going to be to get and to enhance. They're like a guild boss thing, right? Like a guild boss blitz that you have to do for now. So they're probably going to be pretty hard. Want to get the potion thing after the Magnus? That's a fair bit of grinding. Or you could just buy it. Which actually would be my recommendation, to just buy it, but if you want to grind it, fair enough. This BDO like 6 years ago, praying to get Dandy and Dimtree. Sounds more like typical raid MMO. Yeah. Yeah. But the, like, all the same boss gear is just as good as it ever was, right? And it's not like 6 years ago you did the Dimtree boss to get the Dimtree armor, and then 5.5 years ago they came out with some other boss that gives you some other armor that just completely trivializes the Dimtree. It's like, still to this day you could run Dimtree. Says special Blackstar glow coming this year. It's supposed to be soon, right? Where you can like change the color of your Blackstar. I don't know. Good BDO, so you're my BDO entertainment. Well, we're going in triangles. That's what we got for the next like 100 hours or so. Triangles. buy it. What's the item? It's called Ornette's Spirit Essence and Odor's Spirit Essence. Guess at least they're consistent, yeah. Supposed to be this past maintenance, but they forgot. I did hear about that, yeah. Frank was very excited for it. Try going in pentagons. I quite like my triangles though. Triangles is good for Caphras. Yeah, no worries. They should be fairly cheap actually. But the cost to buy them is like way less than the opportunity cost to like make them. Way less. It's like 20 hours of grinding at high-end spots and buying versus like 100 hours of gutter tier spots and pity pieces. Yeah, exactly. It's not even high-end spots though, Roland. It's like centaurs. Like 25 hours of centaurs instead of 100 hours at blood wolves, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Guess BDO teaches you trigonometry. It's like very basic. It teaches you to understand what a triangle is, but not any of the angles or anything like that. It's like kindergartner trigonometry. Or nets are only 11.3 bill on EU. Yeah, that's like 10 hours. It's crazy. They're so cheap, man. Gotta learn colors at this spot also. That's true. Yeah. Triangles and red, blue, and purple. Color's important here, I just noticed. That's all there is, man. But luckily they added in a system, in case you're colorblind, where there's shapes, right? Because that's a circle, and on your buff it's a circle for red. So if you don't want to do the colors, you can just do more shapes. It's really up to you. Dealer's choice. Only doing the weekly for the potions, just 20 pieces of shurikens away from the HP pot. Hey, not bad. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Mikolaj, how's it going? Hope you've been doing well. How consider, yeah. PA is inclusive of everyone. They want to give everyone the opportunity to spend money on their game. Been great? Good. Just go to the actual statues. It's always the same order. Hammer guy, sword, caster, yeah. Yep. Red, blue, purple. Update 21st attempt to get Tech Goddard Awakening. 21st. You're getting close to the average though, and they added the pity system in, which is 40 or wait, no, that's Tech got her, yeah. I don't know what the pity is on Tech got her, but 40 for Ted, jeez. You're getting there. There at least is an end. You can see the end. And you might just get surprised with it before the end, you know what I mean? Maybe a little less than great. It'll work out. It'll be alright. Not everyone. Game not available in many regions. They're working on it. They removed all the thumbs from the game because there are certain regions that you can't have thumbs. And they're working on making a version of the game that doesn't have any skeletons so that they can apply to the China market. And they're definitely, that is their main focus. Their main focus is not making a better game or reducing pay to win or making their players happy. Their focus is changing the game enough so that it will be allowed in the regions it's not currently allowed in. Hence the enhancement pity system. And the removal of thumbs. You think they're doing you a favor, but they're not. Done much with the Ultimate character lately? I play it once a week, so tomorrow will be Ultimate Challenge Day. But I do only spend a day a week on it, just because of how much work this account is. We really gotta push on it. They bring as is, PA would be regulated by governments, yeah. They're working on it. Let's go by the other streamers about efficiency. We need to apply Pythagoras law here. I'm not an efficiency person. It's not for me. I'm sick of efficiency. I should finish that first 11-hour video. First 11-hour video? Oh, the live stream? Yeah, we did kind of a long stream when we first launched, right? $40 for 10. Jeez. Eventually we'll get it? Definitely, right? Because there's like a guaranteed way now. That's what the pity's for. Removal of what? Thumbs. Yes. They took all of the grabs and they removed the thumb from the icon on every class. Removal of thumbs. Yes. Yep. Because it's like a statement of power in some region or something. I don't know. I don't know the like details on it. But they did in fact remove them so that they could be allowed in some sort of region that they were applying to. Thing with the thumbs is so dumb. Yeah. But, you know. VOD on YouTube? That's how I found you. Oh, I see. Yeah. That was kind of a while ago. We've basically just been AFK horse training since then. But yeah, every Friday, no, every Saturday, sorry. We do an ultimate day. Make a little bit of progress on it. When we're done with this challenge, that'll shift over to be the main 2 days, at least. But we gotta finish this first. Afraid to ask what's the region then? I have no idea. Couldn't even tell you. If that's what bothers the law. It's more that the region had like a rebellious group, like a that had some sort of like thumb thing. I don't know. So it was like in reference to the group that's rebelling against the government in whatever region it was. I couldn't even tell you. How's it work? Are you streaming on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously? I am. Yep. So the YouTube folks can see the Twitch chat, but Twitch can't see the YouTube chat due to Twitch taking a massive L and making it against terms of service to share YouTube chat. Do you know why they changed the Black Spirit claw icon? Isn't it for the same reason? To get rid of the thumb? How do you know someone grabs you now? Because you'll be on the ground. That's how you know. Going to YouTube then? Alright, fair enough. That's what it's there for.
Hello there. Rinderhacken just followed.
Another tongue grab belt. Rinderhacken, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Big chunk out of the Caphras today. Last night was the best hour I've ever had for Caphras. I mixed up all my dust. I turned in the daily for the 20 Caphras, and we ended up with like 176 Caphras. It was the craziest hour ever. It was basically 2 hours, but in 1 hour. It was so crazy. Said it looked like someone showing that they have a small with their thumb and index finger. I don't think that's the reason. I think it's because they removed all the thumbs, or so that they could apply to whatever region it was that had that problem. I think that's just some propaganda that people are spreading. Thanks for the good content. Keep up good work. Saw the entire series while pushing Cooking Guru from 40 to 50. Hey, appreciate you watching. Glad you're enjoying it. We also started an Ultimate Ironman series, which doesn't have like a ton of videos yet, but we're working on it if you're interested in that. I think there's probably 4 of them in a separate playlist. That one is on EU, which is a good time. Need to ditch loot boxes at all more regions. Yeah, and they have to display like success rates, and they have to guarantee a way to get things. So the addition of the pity system for enhancing was not because they felt bad for us and wanted to add a pity system. It's because they're trying to get into regions that don't allow full RNG like that. So rest assured, PA isn't doing you favors when they add systems like that. It's just that they're trying to get to more people to make more money. Saw that too, that's crazy. Yeah. Pretty fun though. You only want the cash cow, that's right, yeah. Exactly. That's all it is now. Because 0 drops this hour, was the screen got blurry all of a sudden? Because YouTube probably reduced your resolution because you weren't interacting with it. So double check your resolution. It likes to do that. Not mad about it. They sell product I buy. They over monetize it. They way over monetize it. Unless we gain something from this. Yeah. I think it's probably good in the long run to have like a guaranteed enhancement system like that, where eventually you're definitely going to get it. Makes a lot of sense to me. And it's reducing some of the like scummy stuff as well, which is purely a positive thing. You allowed to party up on your ultimate? Yes, but only if people gear match. I don't want to be carried. So... And I'll probably only need to do so, or consider doing so, at Turos, realistically. Because everything else is a solo spot. What happens in Monopoly? They don't really have a Monopoly, though, do they? All they have is good combat. They don't have a good game. And they have less players than a lot of other MMOs. Went 1 for 114 on Pin Blockstar. Pace system is the only reason I came back to this game. Yeah, now it's like, what, 1 for 40? And you're guaranteed. So you could have almost had 3 Blockstars right there. I can carry you with my Naru. There you go. I'm a little bit more geared than Naru, to be honest. We're like 370 gear score on the ultimate. Pace system gave me my Tet Manos ring. 19 fails in a row, 5 for Manos Earring, Tet Manos. That's interesting. Not bad. I bet you Byrog has a bunch of Manos now. Because he's pretty rich as a player and can work on that stuff. Pretty cool. They do in the combat department since Terra died? Yeah, but there are other games, right? They like have the best combat in the MMO genre specifically. But if you look outside of the MMO genre, there are combat systems that are just as good or better. But clearly, the combat alone is not good enough to carry this game because they don't have that many players. Imagine Square Enix making BDO. Things are so much different. Yeah. I've always said this, but I think one of the biggest problems that PA faces is the fact that they're a Korean company. And they bring culture into business, and I think that holds them back. $55 Caphras. Jeez. We're on pace for like 100 Caphras again. Devil May Cry combat and MMO is a dream. I haven't played Devil May Cry since like the original PlayStation days, I think. Or PS2 maybe? Devil May Cry? I don't even remember which one now. I've just been in my little BDO hidey hole for many, many years. Coming up on a decade. Dungradnik. Good. If we one-tap it, that's technically enough to go for pen. But then there's our Ted accessory luck, which is not quite turned around. Face reveal when. The problem is that I don't want to just do like a Walmart webcam, you know what I mean? And a good camera, in the way that I would want to do it, is very expensive. So I guess when I decide to save up the money and buy a good camera. Not really sure. Easy one tap and saving having to get Duo Labresca. I think the Duo Labresca would be easier than all the Caphras I would need. It would just cut down on Caphras, right? But I don't know. Depends on which one comes first, I guess. But it already wouldn't be a one tap. I've gone for pen 3 times. We've had 3 pen accessory clicks already. You should also do gym reveal. There was one a long time ago in the Discord. But there's not currently one. It got washed out. Bicep reveal. I don't think that I'm like impressive physically, but I saw a TikTok a while back of Sam Sulik. I don't know if you guys know Sam Sulik. If you're a gym goer, you probably know Sam Sulik. And he said that his arms are 19.5 inches. And I was curious, so I measured my arms and they're 16 inches. So we're almost Sam Sulik. I mean, close enough, right? To Sam Sulik? That was a while ago, though, so I don't know. Gotta get stacked. Don't forget about murder mysteries. Yeah. I got a long way to go before I can take a whole knife. I guess if I just ensure that all the knives are small, then I'll be alright. Considering he does gear, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. He's also taller than me, so that's something as well. But I don't consider myself large, but the people around me seem to think that I'm pretty beefy, you know what I mean? And I think that's like a little bit of body dysmorphia. and a little bit of like, I've lived with myself the whole time. So I don't see the growth in the same way that they do. But I don't like specifically train arms either. So, I don't know. I also don't care to be like 5% body fat. Place knife with choppers. Just measure my bicep, it's 11 inches with that. Does that mean I got big arms? I don't know. "5% body, rest is fat." There you go. That's the way to do it. My jam is beer belly. Am I stacked? I don't know. I don't know if I am. I'm not like super lean, so maybe I just feel like I'm not because I'm not super lean, but the sleeves on all my large shirts are pretty like snug to my arms, but I always figured that was just because they're like fitness shirts and not like normal shirts. I figured they were just snug on the arms on purpose. I don't know. %, is just too hard to maintain while living a comfortable life, for sure. It's also just not particularly healthy to be that low body fat. "5% salt" is average BDL players, yeah. Do you have a T5 pet? No, I don't even have a T4 pet. I have, I think 3 T3s and then 2 T1s. And that's probably where we're going to end it, because I realistically don't have that much time left in the Ironman before it's done. We are coming up on the end. We have 9,000 Caphras left, and we have to hit a duo Fallen God in that time, and then we're done. And a month ago, we had like 20,000 Caphras to go. But we did hit a belt which saved us a couple thousand and stuff, so. Belt was huge, for sure. Getting a pen belt would have been so good. Because that would have saved us even more Caphras, but that's alright. You could try. I have been. We've made 2 pen belt attempts. And 1 pen disto attempt, and all of them failed, of course. Oh, I forgot to update my boots, Nightcore. So the boots are C8 instead of C7 now. Took an ultimate gear. Oh, yeah, I couldn't even tell you if that's updated or not. I don't remember. I'd have to look. The crazy Pry Layton. Yeah, we got a Pry Layton, man. Which is better than the Azula neck. I'm pretty stacked. What are we, like 370 something gear score on that? It's not bad. 380 something maybe? $379. Juiced. You gonna pen roulette your accessories and you're done, or are you gonna make the account your main account? I wouldn't make it my main account because my actual main account has thousands of dollars of stuff on it. So if I wanted a main account, the gear is so much easier to get than the thousands of dollars of stuff. I would just go back to my main account.
Hello there. Tinfoil Joe just followed.
Tinfoil Joe, good name. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. My my actual main account is like 680 anyway, so 20 gear score isn't that big of a deal. But I just don't have any goals for a main account. I don't have any interests or anything I want to achieve with it. Sir, could you not be so squirrely, please? Thank you. Main account is for walking with DK, not grinding. It's funny. Seems like setting a goal really helps in this game. I'm aiming for T10 at the moment. Yeah, that's like the whole point, right? That's what keeps people going. That's a main problem with sandbox games like this, is that you really need to create your own reason for playing it and stuff. Should I go for the pen Black Star offhand or get 12,000 Caphras? What are the 12,000 Caphras for? C19 Kudum? Is that what you're asking? I'd probably just go Black Star, man. Because, like, at the end of the day, you end up with a C19 Kudum, and then your next upgrade eventually is going to be a Black Star. So, it's like, it's not a big upgrade, but I would just save the money and go straight for the Black Star. If it was me. I think if the offhand Black Star is always better. It is a little bit better, yeah. Sticking with Kudum until we know how the Fallen God weapons work. That's a fair point. Though it will be a while. We'll know in June? Not necessarily. That's just another ball, right? We might have an idea of the release date of the section that gives us the thing, but that doesn't mean that they'll mention it. Doesn't mean they won't either. Hard to say. But all of that is working under the assumption that they have any idea how they plan to do it, which is not something I would be completely convinced of. Oh god, weapons are kind of why I'm hesitant to try to tap a pen offhand. I think there are going to be complaints no matter what the decision is. People are going to complain. If it makes sense to go Fallen God weapons for the C20 boss, not fair on silver. In the current market, where black stars are significantly better, it is not currently fair on silver. But if they release Fallen God weapons, then Pen Black Stars are going to come down in price, Caphras are going to go up in price, Zarkas, Dandies, Kudums are all going to go way up in price, and it will become fair on silver. What the market is now cannot determine what should be. Because the market now is biased because Black Star is just better than all other weapons, period. End of story. But if it wasn't, if Black Star was not better than all other weapons, period, end of story, and both were usable for Fallen God, then they would equalize in price. Grind Ice Cube of Despair, use it on weapon. Yep, that is basically it. Better use often said Black Star in PvP? Technically, yes. Very marginally better. Technically. But it's like, you're looking at like a couple of AP and a couple of species damage. So, not even 1% more damage. And of course you're losing a lot of accuracy to do that, so it's a give and take. Not worth it? Definitely not worth it, no. The only classes it like could maybe make sense on are ones that have like really good accuracy passives. So like Sage and maybe like Zerker in a 1v1, but large scale it would fall apart. And even then it's just so not worth it. How are you slicing through them Gyphins so fast? You think this is fast? Because it feels really slow to me.
Hello there. Call Jam just followed.
Call Jam, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Fastest before they turn around, yeah. And they all turn around. Never still good? It is. In PvP? Yep. If you're DR, definitely very good still. Feel them almost as fast on my season DK with full buffs. Yeah. I just have a food buff and that's it. I don't have like good lightstones. I don't have drafts. I don't have good crystals. Nothing. I'm also not a DK. So. Can't wait for the 2 possible offhands to turn into just use Fallen God. Yeah. Soon, TM. Trying to do AP Ape Archer. Yeah, you'll probably just want to be DR then, and you wouldn't go often because you don't have the accuracy. So Black Star or Zarka are your options. But it just makes more sense to go Black Star for the PvE. 5 seconds longer to kill. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's right though. I don't really care about efficiency. We're just out here smacking our head against the wall until the wall breaks. You know what I mean? You have to make 2 Fallen God weapons, just like boots and gloves. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with that, because I think just the way that evasion works is pretty unfair in the way that DR works with the whole offhand thing. An evasion player doesn't need a maneuver, but a DR player does need a Kudum, so I don't know. It's really weird. Now with them removing all the old crystals from the game. Yeah. They wanted to simplify everything though. Some of them were useful still, but a lot of them were pretty worthless. You should be able to craft so many crystals with alchemy. I feel like Ranger dealt better back damage than Archer in like a PvE situation, because I think Ranger just does better PvE damage than Archer. But Archer does like at least as good in PvP. DK evasion is best. DK's not an evasion class though. DK's a DR class. Sork evasion also. Sork has the most accuracy passives that exist. What's this guy doing? Is he gonna like activate one of my towers? I had a guy last night come up and activate a wrong tower while I was grinding. It was really weird. Maybe he's chatting with me. He is not chatting with me. And he's gone. Okay. The new evasion rings make my 960 accuracy not as good as it used to be. Yeah, but that evasion player is giving up like everything, right? That evasion player will do no damage while trying to have more evasion. So it doesn't even matter. You just don't target that guy. You should leave that one alone. Go after all of his friends. DK's DR, yeah. It just doesn't have any evasion passives, so it's just not as good with evasion. Like evasion gear on DK is like taking off your gear. That's funny. Let's just take off your boots and gloves if you want to play evasion. Yeah, you're just gonna be super squishy, right? Because you won't get enough evasion to matter. Because you don't have the passives. Was this a PvP moment? No. If that guy decided to flag up on me, you would see how quickly 404 DP gets deleted. And then I would switch channels. That's what would have happened. So I want to create an evasion DK? Yeah, I don't know. It's just not going to be good. Because it doesn't have the passives. No damage, but the CC still annoying? Yeah. I suppose. PA fix evasion DK. They just need to give let's just give every class a massive evasion passive so that every class runs evasion and then nobody kills each other. Because people will be invincible in their little evasion. 404 DP isn't a lot? No. I would get immediately deleted. Hey Nate, how's it going? $57%. Crazy. What do you think about Suck Guardian? I think it's really good. Really solid class. Good on accuracy. Has a lot of like accuracy buffs and evasion debuffs. Decent in PvE. Pretty good in PvP. Also a nice looking class. Is this the Ironman account? It is. Built 8k HP once, my DK. Work wonders, create nightmares. That's just a lot of HP, man. Holy. Alright, we'll kill this tower, I guess. Gonna fill on weight, though. Why is there 6k HP Kuno grinding Shurikens on Arsha? Why not? Maybe they just like Shuriken. You know what I mean? Alright, there's our hour. 101 raw Caphras. What is with the Caphras the last 3 hours? Juiced. Juice Caphras. 100 dust, so 121 Caphras this hour? That's crazy. Not bad at all. Did build Evasion Archer once with Ignore Resist. It was dumb, but it worked somehow. You definitely just still take a lot of damage. I think your Ignore Resist was maybe what was saving you there. So if everybody's on the ground, they can't deal damage, but there's no like tanky version of Archer. It's not a thing. If they like Shuriken, they're wrong. Some people are weird, man. And that's okay. It's all preference. 1107 Caphras till 693. It's time to see if we're going to get lucky on necklaces. I am 6 out of 8 on try pities. 2 more try fails and we'll hit the pity. But it's going to go right here. Easy try. We failed 7 try attempts in a row. It's no wonder we can't make TED accessories. Okay, all that just to be back to duo. Great. And now for the belts. If the belts ruin my freaking tongue grad thing, oh man. Alright, we'll do a 20 stack, I guess. Okay. Beautiful. Just what I wanted. We're basically where we started. Nice. Did you choose a 20 stack for a duo belt? I did. I do love grinding backwards. It's not even backwards though. It's just not forward because like accessories are irrelevant now. Unless this goes pen, it's irrelevant. And unless the tongue grad belt went pen, it's irrelevant. We're just focused in on our 9,000 Caphras. Let's in fact let's recalculate with the old calculator. You guys see the calculator? Let me make it big. Okay. So how are we going to do this? It's 5120 plus 2645 plus 1107. 8,872. How much tongue grad do I need for the upcoming AP buff? 3 or 5? It's 5. You need all, basically, all tongue grads. PA playing Uno reverse. I think that 301 AP, 360 DP as Awakening Striker is enough to grind a lower Gyfin. It should be, Francisco. You'll have to learn the mechanics because you're going to die. But there's no like DP number that's going to save you from dying if you mess up the mechanics too bad. So yeah, definitely. You definitely have the gear to go if you can grasp the mechanics. So be patient with yourself. And focus on learning and you'll do just fine. Let me actually save this as well. $691. Oh, we need to repair. Which one's my horse? Oh. Alright, I think we'll try Jade. We'll get the dailies. That's kind of far away, actually. We need to talk to Joden. I guess we're 405 DP now. That's pretty nice. Alright, let me run to the restroom really quick, and then we'll run over to Jade. See how that goes, as far as Caphras are concerned. Could get some Witches tokens as well, and run the Ethereal Limbo, which would be even better Caphras, so that'll be nice. We get distos? No, I don't plan to go distos. We had a disto, and I blew it up. But distos are... like a pen disto, I think is like 6 less gear score than a pen narc. So we're just going to leave the narcs. But let me run to the restroom and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's go make some more Caphras. $12 embers to go. We're getting there. Just yesterday it was 20, so 2 more days you'll have it. And there you go. Pity are the true end game mechanics. Everything. Long time no see. How are you? We're doing pretty good. Absolutely crushing the Ironman. You know. Hope you've been doing well. Win trash loot pity? What do you like? You stand in town and it just generates trash loot into your inventory? That would be nice. where you pay $200 and it will auto grind. But it's $200 per spot. So you have to choose. Like an idle game. Yeah, there you go. You have to check in every 4 hours because your inventory will fill up every 4 hours. $200 you can just hire someone. That's TOS though. But if you pay PA $200, it's not TOS. Claim your 12-hour AFK rewards. It definitely wouldn't be 12 hours. They'd make it super short. But then they'd sell you for another $200. You can make it 8 hours instead of 4. Video Mobile has auto grind? It does. It also has auto questing. Basically. So. Don't give them ideas. It's them that give me ideas. That's the real secret. No need, I have my brother. It's funny. That's what siblings are for. That's why gamers have children as well. To grind for them. I'm surprised Choice doesn't have children. Wait, it's actually taken. What the heck? Nice idea. Provide AFK game, run mining server on gamers' PCs, profit. Yeah, they profit at least as much as they are now, right? I see a horse there. That's not a good sign. Let me swap again. We'll go to the third channel now. Jade is popping. This one looks good. We'll take this one. I have to actually like remember the Valk combo. I know it's written down here, but this one is wrong. And it needs to be smooth feeling. Which, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be, but we'll try it. We'll give it a shot. All right. Oh my gosh. Was that a one combo? The heck? Ooh. This one will not be. This one is terrible. Okay. How can you swap so fast? You don't have cooldown on server swap. It's your guild gets like 3 servers that you don't have a cooldown for. So I just swap between guild servers there. Okay, it's not perfect. It does work. Still thinking about the get wife and kids for some grind. Yeah. I have a girlfriend, but she's not a BDO player. You know what I mean? She's not gonna grind. That'd be crazy though. Got it wrong. Step 1, make an auto grind system that gives as much money as fishing. Make your gear degrade 2 times faster while AFK. And put a new and stronger branding stone. There you go. That ain't the class I like. To make her grind, tell her how cool the game is. She's actually seen it, and she watches sometimes. Cannot convince her to be interested. She's got another Kabua? Ah, jeez. Okay, now there's just a guy here. Don't die, guy. Fourth drop this week. Hey, that's a good thing. Kabuas are good. It's money. Big money. Gutsy seed. Leave her if she refuses to grind. No, that's okay. She grinds in League. She's a League player. And I am not a League player, so it kind of balances out. At the end of the day, we don't play each other's game. Get out while you can. League player, yeah. She doesn't play ranked though. She just plays normals, which is good. It's like I was trying to explain to her, like, we have a new guy at work, so I was trying to explain to her what the new guy was. And I was like, yeah, we got a guy, but he's a bit of a greenhorn, you know? So I kind of have to, like, hold his hand through things. And she didn't know what greenhorn meant. So I had to explain to her that it's like an Iron 4 player. And she understood that. Iron 4 player is crazy. Those Iron 4 accounts are worth like a lot of money for whatever reason. I don't understand it. Maybe that's what we should do for a living, guys. We should just make Iron 4 League accounts and sell them. I'm probably like IRL, I'm probably actually an Iron 4 player. So I don't think it would be that hard to make Iron 4 accounts. Because it's super hard to hit Iron 4 without actually purposefully losing. But why would you want an Iron 4 account? Just to have one, or? I just like, man, everything's on cooldown, you just run out of stuff. Not even bots are getting Iron 4? That's funny. Well, I'm definitely like an Iron 4 player. So if you need an Iron 4 account, hit me up. I'll get you an Iron 4. Can literally lose 50 games in a row and not make Iron 4. Low MMR, get MMR faster if you play versus better people. So it's like it's a way to boost their rank. Isn't the best way to boost your rank in League to just not be bad at League? To get good? Because once you inevitably reach the rank that you are, if I find a girl like this, I'll marry her. Good luck, man. Wish you the best. Some account MMR is so messed up that they're better off making a new account to rank up. Interesting. I don't know how the whole system works, but that seems weird.
Hello there.
Raven 6956 just followed.
Raven, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Going pretty good. Mostly feels okay, I don't know. Sometimes it does not. Never said smurfing? Like, so boring. I guess you just want to feel powerful, right? So you just smurf to feel powerful? I don't know. It definitely makes you a worse player, though. Like, you improve by playing against harder opponents. Came from the YouTube. Hello. Power fantasy genre is huge market. That's your next business venture, guys. Figure out how to make Iron 4 accounts. Sell them. The fighting game player. I love fighting people beat me because after some rounds, I'll be able to adapt. Yeah, you just get better. Become a better player. You don't become a better player by absolutely stomping everyone they ever face. Here's what you do. Buy an account on any cheap site, level 30. No, that means that we're spending money. We don't want to spend money, we want to earn money. Lose MMR as hard as you can, like minus 100 games, lose streak. Would you not get banned? So it's someone else who is pro and can win games. There comes Diamond Masters, but then you have to buy it back from the pro. But also, what's the point of having a Diamond or Master account when you clearly are not that? Okay, so tanky, what the heck? Jeez. I guess we could turn on Agris now that I'm thinking about it. That's his teammate, he's trying to win. Yeah. Order says you're a pretty good player. Same reason why people cheat, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Like, I've never really understood that mentality either. But fair enough. I guess I don't have to understand it for it to be a thing. Got knocked down. .9 fails on my T9. Ah, rip. Bit over average there. Unlucky. He'll get it though. Got knocked down. We're still knocked down? We're just laying here on our back? Okay. Whoops. That was the wrong button. Now that's going to be on cooldown and mess up this entire thing. Scuffed. Pretty much how League works right now. You're either in or you're not an army who can't climb because he's facing Smurfs. That's unfortunate. Does your free value pack go to your main account since you don't really have a use for it on your Ironman accounts, or do you opt out of the getting one? So it does not go to my main account because I don't play my main account. It does go to this account, but it just expires in the mail over and over and over again. But it's not just a value pack I get. I'm a full partner, so I get a Kama Blessing and an Old Moon Scroll as well, and it all just goes to waste. I did tell Corruption not to send them, but since she sends them to everyone, it's just easier for her to like tick the boxes, you know what I mean? Too many people in each region, or the top 500 people with some exceptions. You'd think that they'd like start doing IP tracking or something, but I guess it doesn't really matter to them as long as there's people playing the game. The game has patterns, muscle memory, reaction times. Top players would be above average. Yep. Gotta jam the pull harder. It's not working. I'm trying as hard as I can. It's not really working. I think maybe I just don't like Jade Forest. I think that might be the problem. Game ranked is a game rigged by the top percent. The influx of bots nowadays. Clown Fiesta. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter to me because it's never been my thing, but unfortunate to the people that like actually enjoy League as a game. Time to go play Dota or something, but I'm sure it has the same problems. It's hard to become partner because free value pack each month seems very enticing. So you only need to be a creator, not a partner, for the free value pack. And it has lower requirements, but they're not easy. And then the full partner program has much, much higher requirements, so it's quite hard. There's only like 40 something partners. Put it in perspective for you a little bit. I don't know if you know Quinny. He's also an Ironman, and he streams, makes YouTube videos. He hasn't made it into the creator program yet. A lot of that is because he doesn't stream enough, but it does have pretty high viewership requirements. And then Azure is in the creator program, but he hasn't made it into the partner program. Though I'm sure he will soon. Valk main here. Can I see your Valk setup? I am not a Valk main, and I in fact don't know what I'm doing. And it's just a temporary tag, so no. Is that like a good answer? If you're a Valk main, you're not going to learn from me. Maybe that's a better thing to say. It's like you're definitely not going to learn from me. Because I don't play Valk. This is just a random tag. What are the requirements? They changed them recently, so I don't actually know them exactly, but for the creator program, I think you need 25 concurrent viewership on Twitch and to stream twice a week. Or get, I think, at like 7,000 views a month on YouTube. Or maybe it's 5,000, and post a video every week. And the partner program is like 75 or 100 concurrent viewership on Twitch. And I think 30,000 monthly views on YouTube. When's the next tag day? It just happened like a couple days ago. Like a week ago, not even. I guess it was about a week ago. So it'll be a while. Man, I'm not crazy about Valk. It's okay, but like, gosh. I just like, there's nothing left to do. You just spam the same stuff over again. It just feels super clunky. Suck Valk time. Then we'd spend 10 minutes sprinting between this pack and the other pack. That's a problem with Succession. It just has no movement. The damage is pretty similar between the two, but the movement on Succession is like nothing. Hopefully next tag day won't be Valk. It definitely won't be. Because we can't do back-to-backs, right? I feel like I would bad talk PA's decisions too much frustrating. Well, I do constantly. I constantly do. It has not yet mattered. But of course they don't know who I am. Like, I'm in the program, but they couldn't even tell you who I am. So they clearly don't watch my stuff. Hope it's gonna be Witch for the next one? Maybe. Got a ways to go though. We'll probably be very close to finishing by next month. Should be like hopefully under 4,000 Caphras by then. And maybe have the Libresca, but I'm not sure. Too bad they don't want criticism, free advertisement through streamers. They haven't like removed anybody from the partner program for criticism. You're pretty free to say what you want. But there is like some interesting stuff with the advertising and costumes and whatnot. I don't agree with that. But, you know, it's not my place to say. Ultimate Ironman is the main soon? Yeah, hopefully. That'll give us more time to not only play the Ultimate Ironman, but also do other things. I just feel so busy trying to do 2 BDO accounts at once and also something else. It's just a lot. Backlash for censoring will only bring more attention to bad practices. Smart for them to just ignore it. Yep. Yep, there is an NDA though, like all partners are under NDAs, but that's more with like future content and stuff, which they don't even tell us about anyway, so I don't really see the point. They don't like invite every partner to every event thing that they do. They tend to have their few that they like that get the most viewership, and that's who they focus on. And if you're a YouTube guy, they just ignore you. Unless you're Anders. It's so weird, man. I don't know. Your score is 691. You can also do exclamation gear at any time, Jordan. And you'll pull up the Garmoth. Big streamer is pushing for costumes, it's weird. But it's not even like that they're pushing for it, it's just a sign up. So, I don't know. 10-minute video, 3 minutes of costume for Pro Shop, yeah. And they're not even like... I think my problem with it is like... There's a few problems I have with it. The first is that what a terrible way to use your partners. What a terrible way to use the influence of partners to just sell more costumes. They could do so many cool things with partners and really create something like crazy good, like community events and stuff, and they just don't do that. They just sell costumes because that's what they want. And the other thing is that they, like, literally, the only thing that the partner gets out of it is the costume. And they're not allowed to melt it down. So what's the point of that? There's no, like, monetary benefit for them. There's, like, literally nothing. They just get the costume that they're now not allowed to melt. How do you find Scholar? Scholar's pretty solid. It's very decent at grinding. It's one of those classes that can do pretty well everywhere. Its PvP is like really terrible though. Like one of the worst PvPers. It just does no damage in PvP. And it's not like top of the pack in PvE or anything either. It's pretty like upper mid, I would say. It's decent. I like the class though. I like the aesthetic and stuff, so. Partners or translators between community feedback and potential customers? Not in this case. In this case, they're a way to sell more costumes. Hey Lily, how's it going? Sir, just give it up, sir. Okay, thank you. Jeez. Probably not gonna stay long? Okay, no worries. We got Valk again on the randomizer, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. Just not feeling it. How's our Caphras looking? 7 Caphras. Imagine getting Maywa again, but I did technically. We just can't allow back-to-backs. Seven Caphras. Wow. If we get DK at some point, very good class. I played DK back in the day. Succession DK, like kind of a while ago. I quite liked it. It's really nice. I was on DK before I played Ninja, actually. So it's been a few years now. Top 3 best PvE classes just by their skill kit. It's mostly just by amount of damage. The damage in the game is very unbalanced. So top is Witch because it does more damage than all the other classes. And then there's an argument for like Awakening Nova because it does more damage than other classes. You know what I mean? Succession Lawn is up there because it does more damage than other classes. It's just purely damage. It has nothing to do with kit at all. It is purely that some classes do more damage than others in PvE. How do you like Dragon's Dogma combat system? I played the original Dragon's Dogma and quite liked it. And the new one I like as well. Some of their changes I didn't like as much. Like, my favorite class was actually the Magic Knight or Mystic Knight. And it just isn't in the game now. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but they really have something unique there, and I quite like it. Call that Awakening Pal, yeah. Awakening Pal. That's the argument, is that Awakening Pal can do it. Pal used to be subscribed to my YouTube, but then he unsubscribed, so feels bad. But that's okay. Maybe he just doesn't like the Ironman content. It kind of makes sense, right? Because he's all about efficiency, and the Ironman is very anti-efficiency. So, fair enough. Let's raid his house? No. That's okay. I think he meant haunts. You just like the haunts. Is that the meme of the century for you? It's a bit of an old meme, but it is a good one. Really showing off how old I am with that one. Haunts is great. I had no idea. Changed my life. It's such an old meme at this point too. Like it's pretty old, man. But I guess like I'm almost 30, so makes sense. I'm kind of old. I met Haunts in 2024. Jeez, it's got to be from like 2006 or 2007 maybe. It's very old. Old fart, yeah. I'm an old fart. Boomer. I sure feel old a lot of the time as well, so. I make noises when I stand up now. The whole shebang. Collecting dual masters in 2006? What was I doing in 2006? I think I was playing Pokemon on the like DS or whatever. Is that when Diamond and Pearl came out? Or did they come out a little after that? That's the last Pokemon games I played. Besides Scarlet and Violet recently, was Diamond and Pearl. In 2004, I think Fire Red. Leaf Green, yeah. Good games. My favorite Pokemon game was Silver, though. Diamond Pro were in 2006 September. Hey! So I was right. Dang. Don't like Pokemon games after Gen 4? Gen 2 was best gen. It was Gen 3, but I agree Gen 2 is better. Yeah. My strategy was to go Cyndaquil, get a Typhlosion, and just use Slash on everything. That was my whole strategy. Only had one Pokemon leveled up. It was Typhlosion. He knew Slash, Flame Wheel, Flamethrower, something else like Fire Blast or something probably. Never got the hype about Pokemon. It's just kind of like a fun thing to do. Capturing creatures and leveling them up. I was Pokemon Emerald on emulator. I played a lot of Emerald as well. I still have my Emerald actually. I hope they add cat paw gloves to the game. Have you guys seen, any of you heard of Purple Cliff? He's doing a like hide and seek thing in the new Scarlet and Violet because you can turn into a Pokemon and run around. So he's doing hide and seek with some other people. It's pretty cool. Pretty entertaining stuff. Couldn't convince my parents how DS will help me study and get A grades. That's because video games melt your brain. Didn't you know? Can't be melting your brain with them video games. We have 12 Caphras now. Wow. 45 minutes. We have 12 Caphras. Great. Play too much, your eyes will turn square. It's like sitting too close to the TV. Jade Dailies really carry the spot. It's only 20 though, so it doesn't do enough to carry the spot. It's worse than Thornwood at this rate. CRT monitors and TVs used did melt the eyes. Yeah, but your parents didn't know that. Your parents just didn't want you sitting close to the TV so that they could see around you. And that was their excuse. Parents are the biggest liars. Right next to the government. Wish Marowak was good. It was okay when it first came out. And it has not changed since then, basically. I do think they made it slightly easier to get the queen to spawn, but... like only one person has to go through all the rooms instead of all people. I don't know. But the secret to Marowak is every time you get a queen to spawn, switch channels. Because if there's anyone grinding there at all, it will be closer to another queen spawn than the channel you're on. Unless you have, like, a group. Buffed a little. Never enough for me to go back in. We used to go in, like, 5-man groups and party up because it used to be, like, good XP. Back in the day. This is terrible. I really don't like Jade. I would tolerate it if it was like consistently good, but it's so bad. There's so many like spots in the game now as well, and they just ignore all the ones that aren't like current. There's no chance they'll ever like go back and fix all of them. There's just too many of them. That's the real problem. They keep expanding the scope of the game, but they're not going to expand like the team or their ability to handle it. More minutes and then we're free of this terrible place. Never coming back. You will not convince me to come back. That was 4 Caphras right there. That was 20% of my Caphras in one drop. Crazy. So you need Labresca and Ultimate Challenge? Yeah. That'll be a long time, though. It'll be a long time. We'll get our gloves. We'll get our chest piece. We'll get C10 helmet. And then we'll come back. My offhand is breaking. Oh yeah. I totally forgot this about Valk, but its offhand breaks constantly. Does branding carry over when you tag? It does. Yep. That's with a brand. Yet another thing to dislike about Valk. Isn't that interesting? Could have been a good class, but it is not. How's Succession? Not seen a single person use it before. It has similar damage to Awakening, but exactly 0 mobility. Like none. And it's super clunky. It's even clunkier than Awakening, if you can imagine. I think my problem with Succession, so like the mobility, it has like a dash, but every time you do the dash, it puts you into block, so you move really slow. And the dash is on shift, so you can't just sprint. You literally have to put your weapons away to be mobile at all. And I think that's what people do. Like Lunarlay, I think, plays Succession mostly. And he just puts his freaking weapons away between packs and like runs to the next one. It's really terrible. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's basically like old school Witch. You used to do that on Witch Wiz way back in the day before Successions. You would teleport, you'd put your weapons away, and you'd sprint. Because the teleport gave you a movement speed. But minus the movement speed. So it's that, but there's no movement speed. You just run really slow. Right, offhand is fully broken now. I'm gonna call it. I don't want to take like 5 minutes per pack. 33 Caphras. Great. We could add more Caphras and also some fangs if we did Thornwood. So, yep. Good spot. Too heavy, great. Love that. $53 plus another 20 something from dust. It's like 78 maybe. with the dailies. I mean, it could be worse, I guess. It's not great, but it could be worse. Good money, though. Way better money than Thornwood, but I don't know, I feel like Caphras are definitely more important right now. So that's less than ideal. Looking forward to tomorrow, though, with the Ultimate Challenge again. Definitely need to decide what to commit to. I think I was gonna do Crescents, but it's just so bad for everything. Might be faster to do anything else. Guess I could turn off my alchemy stone. Alright, let me run and grab a drink while we're shaking up some Caphras, and I'll be right back.
Hello there.
Dark Raven Wolf just followed. Alright, how we looking? How we looking? 80 Caphras. I guess that's okay. It's not that great, but it's okay. Also, Dark Raven Wolf, thank you for the follow. Sorry I missed it. Was getting a drink. That's my bad. I keep getting knocked off. My horse on my other cow just stops. It has stopped 3 times today. It just stops. I'm not getting disconnected. Nothing. It just stops. So I think people are just putting traps on the road or something. That'd be hilarious. Playing on 2 PCs? Yes. So the stream that you're receiving the stream from is not the PC that's playing the game that you're seeing. It's just a capture card. And because of that, I actually can have both my video accounts up at the same time. So we just autopath, basically. If I'm streaming, I'm autopathing on the other account, basically, is how that goes. Pro streamer? I don't know about all that. What's I doing? Oh, let's, I needed to get my Caphras. That's what we were doing. I totally lost track of what we were doing there. The PC that's streaming, I've had for like a very long time. It has a 2070 Super. And when I upgraded it to the PC that I game on now, I just kept it. And it's kind of come in handy. I forgot how many Caphras we needed. Maybe we should math. Do we math again, but this time I actually pay attention? See, 5210 plus 2645 plus however many Caphras are left on this. 1027. 8,882 Caphras until we are done. We're chipping away. How many is that today? Not that many. We had 91, 95. So today we've gotten 313 Caphras. Not ideal. Not ideal. Wait, we could get dust from this? Easy dust? Nope. Rip. Should probably do pit as well. Slash. Lily Red Billow. It's a Corsair? The heck? That's the second Corsair I've ever seen in this game. Evergart. Okay, he's fast. I really don't like the change that they made to the side dash on Scholar. It just takes you way too far away. It's like you dash out, but then you have to go back in order to do any damage. So you can't even like use it to get behind them. Maybe you can mouse move it. Let me try. That's, oh man, that's gonna be really fast. You gotta be really fast for that. You can't even mouse move it. The heck? Oh great. Bennett. Nobody likes Bennett. Did I one-shot it? Did I guess correctly on the first time? Okay, it's that one there. I really hate all the CCs as well. CCs aren't fun. I don't know why they think CCs are fun. Knock down again. I understand the mechanics. New effect, you don't need to tell me. That's why I'm running through them. I just hate all the CCs. There you go. Pen Pick Quest had some of the lower mobs. It's more than seeing 5 ones every day. Yeah, it's not really like... They could have done a lot with it, but it's just like a chore that you get over with, you know what I mean? So you can just get good enough at it to make it like a mindless thing. Oh, great. At least it's not the undead guy. I prefer Cardoon to the undead guy. Also, there's a comment that says that my video has no audio, which I hope is not correct. But it is technically possible. Because YouTube is hard. Here's the best part. This is what makes this boss so wonderful. No audio? Alright. Gosh dang it. I'll have to take it down and figure out why it has no audio. Does it have music? Just no, like, voice? We're talking about the video, Seth, not the stream. It's all there for you? What? Oh, he changed back. Just a video playing. Let me pull it up and I'll take a peek. Watch the intro, maybe not after that. It should all, like, if the intro has audio, then all of it should, because it's all on the same track. But maybe not. Let me take a peek. Yep. Alright. Let me take it down. That is really weird. Definitely have never had that happen before, but we will, Alright, I'll have to fix that and re-upload it today, probably. I think I know what happened to it as well. I think it should be a pretty simple fix. Pretty sure. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let me know if he starts attacking, because I can't see my screen. I guess I could just look over at the other monitor. Oh, there it is. I see the problem. I see the problem. That's an easy fix, at least. See that? Right here. I forgot to unmute it. I was checking audio levels of the music and I forgot to unmute it. I'll fix it though. We'll fix it, we'll re-upload. It should be up, gosh, I'll have to re-render it. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Definitely today, like after stream here. I'll jump on it real quick. Do you enjoy editing? I don't mind it. It can be challenging at times, and it's very time consuming. It's sometimes weird to edit my own stuff. But I think that I'm really bad at editing. And I've been trying to improve, but it's like, it's pretty hard to improve. There's so much information that a lot of it is just not good. Sir, just take the L. Just take the L. Okay. If you have any help with editing, I'm here. It's like, it's something that I mostly have down. It's just like finding a style and stuff. But doing all the like technical stuff is like really easy to learn once you know what you want to do. It's just having a style and like making the content in the way that I want to. Which is why I want to be more structured going forward with what we do like on stream and stuff, because it'll make it easier to have like a sensible video that tells a story rather than just, hey, here's all the stuff that we did this week. Build a brand identity, everything we covered in that. That's kind of like what I'm working toward, right? Like, especially with when we branch out to other games. Because I think our identity is the guy that does crazy challenges, right? So we just do challenges on other games, which I think would be a lot of fun, to be honest. Like the Dogma challenge I want to do, I think would just be fun. There's like some Elden Ring stuff that we could do. Also Baldur's Gate, we could like come up with some sort of challenge to do on that as well, and I think all of that would be really fun. It's just a fun way to enjoy games, I think. Okay. Let's see. Let me just push this button and then we'll push the other button. Okay. Export. I want to make a custom end card as well. I just haven't had time. Alright, we are now rendering. I think you're definitely on the right path. Your videos have that adventure story vibe to it. I think the reason that you feel that way, Seth, is because you have an understanding of BDO. But I think if someone doesn't understand BDO, it's a little bit harder to follow. And I want to work on that. I want it to be easily understood. Which I definitely like can do, I think. Could formulate something for that. Make it work. I just have a lot to learn. Like, it's not a simple thing making content. It definitely seems simple on the surface, but there's so much that goes into it and it's so time consuming. I definitely see the other side of the coin now. Very complicated, yeah. Definitely can be. But it's a good time. So I think we probably won't do videos on the current Elden Ring run outside of the live streams, but I will probably try to do some shorts from it or something, when I have time. Last video was weirdly quiet. Yeah, the audio was muted. So I have taken it down, kind of, and I'm gonna fix it and re-upload it. Waiting on Cyberpunk 77 challenges? Yeah, we need to do that as well. We played a little bit of Cyberpunk back in the day, but not too much of it. But I'd like to do that also. Also Baldur's Gate and all kinds of other stuff. Thought it was intended that way because of the fails? No. Nope. There's definitely some voiceover, but the whole line was muted. So it's currently re-rendering, and I will upload it like ASAP, basically. Pull the other one down, relaunch it. That's just my bad. I made a mistake. Left it muted. It happens. Short video format, mostly good stuff, very little filler. I don't think that videos should have filler. Videos should just be entertaining, right? And there shouldn't be like... You know what I mean? It should be for entertainment, right? What a beast PC, streaming on 2 platforms and video rendering at the same time. Well, this PC isn't doing the streaming, it's just playing a video game. And rendering. Has a 3090 in it, so like it's totally fine. We're using 80% to render and have BDO up. But the other PC is the one streaming. I won't be able to upload though while we're live. It does not like that. Even though I have like 10 times the bandwidth I'm currently using for uploading, it just won't do both at the same time. It's pretty funny. Anyway, I think I am going to call it there so that we can get this video stuff fixed. And it's about that time anyway. I got to hit the gym and stuff. You know how it is. We will be back tomorrow in approximately 2 hours from now, but tomorrow for the Ultimate Challenge. And then more Elden Ring the day after that at the same time. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out, all the follows today, and the Prime as well. Really appreciate that stuff. It helps like more than you know. And we will hopefully see you tomorrow.